southeastern Liberia, between 1888 and 1900, our culture was intact. The institutional framework of our traditional society were intact. Benjamin J.K. Anderson in 1888 made an expedition, and he reported that if the government of Monrovia did not reach out to the hinterland, the chances of losing out would be very high. And so come the birth of the Liberian Frontier Force. 1904, Liberia Frontier Force. Liberia Frontier Force came into being to enforce the law of the Monrovia government, a government that had no link, no clue about the life, the condition under which we existed. And so the Frontier Force came, and they invaded our privacy. They invaded our trust. Yes, they did. They did, my friend. My great-grandfather was paramount chief then. When the Frontier Force came, they wanted to pay tax. They wanted to enforce tax payment. Yes, they wanted the poor people who have no job, no income, to pay hot tax. And if you did not pay the hot tax, there's something in the South people call it tagbe. They tie it on your crazy bone, and they scrape you naked and lay you in the sun before your wives and children. My grandfather, my friend, decided he would draw the line in the sand. The line was drawn. My family, Mr. Chairman, took on the Liberia Frontier Force. Several lives were lost. But nobody cares to recall that. They didn't come from Cruiserville. They didn't come from Atherton. They didn't come from Millsbury. They came from Kojai. They came from Pinetown. They were from southeastern Liberia. They couldn't read. They couldn't write. So who cared? They didn't know about it. Why should somebody pay attention to some little heathen, some little native person? We just killed them. Yes. But you know something? Grandfather fought them. And then they set Kojai on fire. Over 1,000 houses, they burned them to the ground. And my parents fled Kabadi. And the story I'm telling you is the story of thousands of young people that came together in 1976. My story is the story of thousands and thousands of young people. We recruited in Nima, all over Nima. We slept in every town in Nima. We recruited in Bon County to build power, even though the government said it didn't exist. We recruited in Lofa, in every town, and the government said no power man here. We recruited in Bassa. I remember the superintendent said, Mr. President, when you come here, you will war and you will not see a fly that looked at power. Yes, we did. But so what happened to my parents? And what happened to thousands of parents that were from the indigenous background? What happened to them? These people, what brought us here, Mr. Chairman, I show you, be a lawyer, you know, you agree with me. It's power. How power is allocated and how power is exercised. That what brought us here.